Guys, I'm not gonna lie, the movie industry might be cooked because Disney just announced that it will be making AI TV shows and content for Disney Plus, and multiple of our greatest actors have sold off their voice to AI companies. Let's talk about it. And we gotta start off with Disney because this is just so incredibly disappointing. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, says that Disney Plus will soon have AI generated short form content from users. So what exactly does this mean? Well, Bob Iger in this latest interview said that there will be changes coming to Disney Plus very soon. And he talks about the fact that there's going to be some games rolled into the streaming service. Like, think of how Netflix has some mobile games on there that I don't think anybody on the planet uses, but they're still there. And at the very bottom here, you can see he says that there will be generative AI short form user generated content in Disney Plus in the future. And he keeps it kind of vague, but he says AI is going to give us the ability to provide users of Disney Plus with a much more engaged experience, including the ability for them to create user-generated content and to consume user-generated content, mostly short form from others. This sounds to me like Disney is pretty much going to have their own version of Sora, which was the AI video generator that was released like a month ago. And for the first couple days, people were just creating copyrighted content with it. Like, this is SpongeBob in Attack on Titan. Then after a few days of all this content going viral and all these people making things with Disney characters, anime characters, all these different things, then ChatGPT was like, okay, we're going to shut that down and limit it. Nobody can use copyrighted content now. But what it really seems like now is that clearly ChatGPT knew that was illegal to release Sora and let people just create stuff with all these Disney characters and other content characters that are all protected by copyright, but they didn't really care. They're like, hey, we'll put it out for a few days, show all these companies and the world what our AI can do, and pretty much just used it as a marketing tactic. And now Disney seems to be biting on it. Who knows if they're using OpenAI or not to do this, but this is just so bizarre for so many reasons. So like, as long as you're paying for a Disney Plus subscription, they're going to let you make whatever content you want with their characters. I mean, obviously there's going to be some limitations and like not 18 plus stuff, but this kind of seems like it's going to be a disaster for so many reasons. Like, first of all, who on earth is paying for Disney Plus and wants to just watch absolute AI generated slop made by random people? And I know as of right now, it's saying it's going to be short form content. So you're probably going to have like a new TikTok-esque feed just full of AI generated slop on your Disney Plus from now on. But that's probably just because of the limits of this technology for public use as of right now. I'm sure in a couple years, we are going to be seeing full on AI TV shows and movies on Disney Plus. And this is really going to ultimately result in Disney just being super cheap. Like, you have to assume that people that like created the characters from Frozen, they're probably not going to get royalties anytime some random person generates a video on Disney Plus with their characters. And at the same time, Disney is not going to be paying the random users just typing in these prompts. What's even more disappointing is just like Disney has been at the forefront of animation and creativity for like over 100 years at this point, and them being like the first company to fully embrace AI in this way is just so disappointing, or at least publicly embrace it. It also definitely seems like Paramount plans to shift heavily to having like AI screenplays and everything like that soon too. But like, all these classic Disney movies are classics because everybody could experience the same story. I'm sorry, I know it sounds ideal to be like, oh, I can make my own story with my favorite characters, but that's gonna wear off really quick. Everybody is gonna be further in their own little internet bubbles, literally just only watching the content you yourself generate. But we gotta keep the negative news coming, unfortunately, because now Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine have teamed up with 11 Labs, which is pretty much just AI generated voice creation software. So now they're just literally selling their voice and likeness online. Anybody can probably get approved for what they want to use this for. And just listen to this video they put out of Michael Caine. Remember, this is not him talking. This is an AI recreation.
My name is Michael Caine. You know, I've played many roles in my life, both on and off the screen. And now, through the power of artificial intelligence, we've turned sound into something more.
I know privately behind closed doors for these companies, technology like this has been available for a long time. Like, Disney was recreating James Earl Jones's voice for Darth Vader and stuff like that. But this being available to the entire public is even more concerning. Like, Michael Caine, I'll give a pass. This dude is 92 years old. He has probably no idea what the real implications of AI in the future are. And he's just like, okay, sure, I'll sign this thing for a boatload of money to set up my family even further. Because obviously Michael Caine's doing all right. But like, Matthew McConaughey, really, like, this guy's always going around giving these motivational talks on podcasts and interviews and stuff, famously talks about how he's like, oh yeah, I turned down $15 million to be in a rom-com movie because I didn't want to be seen as a rom-com guy. I wanted to shift my image. And now he's just like, okay, I'm just going to completely tarnish my image and let everybody use my voice for whatever they want. And I'm not trying to fully attack these actors. Like, I can't even blame them, even though they are obviously incredibly well off. If 11 Labs pulled up to me and was like, hey, we want to make the Vets AI voice, here's $10 million. Would I do it? Probably yes. But it is just like, why are we in such a rush to get rid of the creative side of things and replace real actors and voice actors actors and the production of movies. Like, as of right now, the latest movie scheduled for Disney is Avengers Doomsday in December of 2027. And I'm sure after that, we're still going to get a bunch more live action movies for years and years to come. But these giant blockbusters with tons of A-listers in it cost hundreds of millions of dollars. When AI advances more, becomes cheaper in the future, which is going to be, we have to start seriously wondering, like, in 10 to 15 years, how many more movies are going to be made by AI than humans? Because we might legitimately be heading towards a future where there's like 1,000 different AI movies for every one movie made by a human, because you're just not going to be able to keep up with the output, which is really just sad. We really just got to hope that AI gets severely limited. It's like, hey, let's shift the focus of AI to maybe like medical advancements rather than just taking creativity from people. We got people like Morgan Freeman taking legal action over clones of his voice. He says, I'm a little pissed off. Don't mimic me with falseness. I don't appreciate it, and I get paid for doing stuff like that. So if you're going to do it without me, you're robbing me. This is the mindset to have, and obviously there's tons of people in Hollywood like this. Like a Christopher Nolan is never going to make an AI movie, so we do at least have that. But hey, if you want to hear some good movie news, click the video at the top of the screen to hear me break down the Super Mario Galaxy trailer, or to hear about the newest information and images from the Odyssey, click the video at the bottom, and thank you for watching.